Doomsday is a character in comics who represents pure death and destruction because every time he shows up, it's always followed by a brutal display of rage and violence. And that's what makes him such a terrifying figure, because he's just a villain that exists only to kill. And Superman knows this more than anyone because he once paid the ultimate price fighting against him as their legendary battle ended with Superman's death. And ever since then, Doomsday has stood as a constant reminder that even the strongest hero in the world can fall. And what makes Doomsday even more horrifying is that he cannot be defeated the same way twice, because whenever he dies, he evolves, adapts, and eventually comes back stronger, and therefore making him nearly impossible to destroy for good. And this cycle of death and rebirth is what cements him as one of the most dangerous beings in the DC universe. And in this specific comic strip, we see just how far Doomsday is willing to go when he decides to test the limits of his brutality. So when a kid was trying to get his cat down from a tree because he didn't want his mom to be angry, a mysterious figure appeared and found the situation interesting and felt that the scene filled him with positive sensations and wondered if it was because of endorphins or just a side effect of emotions. But nonetheless, Doomsday revealed himself to the kid as he then proceeded to pick the cat out of the tree and handed it to the boy. However, the kid was completely overwhelmed upon the sight of Doomsday because he remembered clearly that Doomsday was the one who killed Superman. And when Doomsday heard this, he smiled and proudly admitted that it was true. Then, out of nowhere, Doomsday suddenly crushed the kid and his cat straight into the ground, thus completely obliterating them. And after the incident, he simply walked away but noticed that he didn't feel any rush of positive sensation after the child's death. And because of this, he concluded that he needed to investigate the phenomenon further.